doing well today. For this video, we are going to go over how to create a new user in our new Azure Active Directory default directory. We've already created a custom domain here, our itchristos.com, and now we need to create a global administrator account in order to administer the subscription and Azure Active Directory tenant. So we need to do that here on the left side. Go to users or simply drop down this add menu and click user here, which we'll go ahead and do. That'll give you two options. So we have create user on the left hand side that is selected by default, and invite user if we would like to invite an external user via email address for collaboration within our infrastructure. For this, we're going to go ahead and just create the user. As you can see, the custom domain name is automatically selected here, but we have a drop-down menu and we can select the different domains that we have configured and assigned to this directory. So for here, I will go ahead and create a global administrator Azure Active Directory, and we will go ahead and call it myself. And we can let it auto-generate the password, which is the safest method. But for this, I'm going to create the password so that I don't have to go through the process. And if we'd like to, if we've already created groups, we can go ahead and assign this user to a group here. But we aren't going to do that since this is our first user and we haven't gone through creating groups. However, roles I would like to assign. You can see here by default it is going to create a user role, which is covered in the online learning. So we'll go ahead and click that. It's going to bring up a second pane here with about 30 pre-configured roles that Azure has pre-configured with different names and privileges that go along with those type of roles. So we'll go ahead and scroll down here and look for the global administrator role, which means that they can manage all aspects of Azure AD, and that is what we want for our global administrator account. So we'll go ahead and select that. We are not going to block sign in. Usage location here, if you want to restrict that user to, say, North America or a certain geography, then you can select that here. And for those who are familiar with the on-premise Active Directory, you have your descriptions here, so we can insert a job title, a department like executives or development, something like that, the company they work for, which usually would align with your custom domain. And then you can select a manager from pre-created users that you already have in your Active Directory, which we don't have any, so we can't do that. Then we'll go ahead and select create. And as you can see, it successfully created the users and granted that global administrator role. To confirm that, we'll go over here to man up the users pane and click refresh. And as you can see, we have our new user, IT Christos, global administrator, not directory sync. Their account is enabled. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button so that you're notified of new content as I upload it.